everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to show you how to make a set of thank you notes using the snowflakes, thin cuts, and some oxides. Okay, so I'm going to go with some non-traditional colors. And these are the snowflakes thin cuts. I'm also going to use some stamps from Unique Snowflake stamp set. And I've pulled a bunch of scraps of different shades of pink from my stash. Okay, so I'm going to start out with some white cardstock cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to random stamp some of these small snowflakes from Unique Snowflakes with Versamark ink. So I'm going to heat emboss using, this is holographic embossing powder from Ranger. You can use clear embossing powder or whatever you like. This gives it a little sparkle and pizzazz to it. So the white cardstock is going to show through underneath. And you'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm going to heat this up and melt that embossing powder. It's a little hard to see on camera, but you'll see it in a second once I start inking. Okay, so I have 3 shades of pink. I have Spun Sugar, Kutsch Flamingo, and Picked Raspberry. So I'm going to do an ombre blend. So I'm going to start with Picked Raspberry. You can start with whichever color you like at whichever end. So I'm going to start with the darker color at the base and work up to the light. So I'm starting with Picked Raspberry, and then I'm going to work in the Kutsch Flamingo, and it's going to blend up to Spun Sugar. So I'm just going to go back and forth with my colors until I like the blend. So you can choose, whatever colors you like for a set of cards. You can do blue, traditional blue for snowflakes. You can use some different greens or purples. Just sky's the limit, whatever blends of colors you like. And pink is my favorite color, so that's why I'm choosing pink. So after I've done my blend, I'm going to go through and buff out those snowflakes so it brings out the white cardstock behind the embossing. Okay, so now I'm going to do some heat foiling, and I'm bringing in my glimmer hot foil machine along with my die cut machine. Okay, so these are both from Spellbinders, and I've heated up a hot foil plate, and this particular one is from Pinkfresh Studio. It's called Simple Gestures. Okay, it's got lots of different messages in it, and in particular for this card I'm going to use thank you. All right, so after you heat everything up, you run your sandwich through slowly to get that foil to transfer. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, and then I'll get my hot foil machine out of the way. Now there's a coordinating die that cuts all of these images in one pass. Okay, so I'll peel off that hot foil, and you can see all the different images pressed into that paper. And then I'm going to take this die and line everything up and run that through my die cut machine. So you can get all kinds of great sentiments all in one pass instead of cutting out each one of those tiny sentiments individually. You get a whole bunch all at once. Okay, so I've hot foiled the same die using silver foil because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with gold on black or silver on black. So I have choices now. Okay, so I'm going to run all of these snowflakes through my die cut machine using a variety of glitter paper and different shades of pink cardstock. So I have flamingo and ballerina and some white glitter paper and wildberry glitter paper and mulberry. Okay, so I'm going to start building my card here. I have my card base, and then I have a piece of black cardstock cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then I'm going to layer in that Oxide embossed piece. But then I started thinking I want a little more shimmer, right? You can always add more shimmer. So I'm going to bring in my spritz box, and this is some shimmer spray from Sukaniko, and I'm just going to give it a couple of sprays to just add a little bit more shimmer. You can spritz it with water as well with the Oxide to get the color to oxidize, but I just grabbed what was handy, and it was the shimmer spray. So for this one, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so then I'm going to layer that in so I have a nice border of black around my Oxide piece, and then the base card is white, a border of white. And now I'm just going to pick out snowflakes and start to layer them and see how I like how they come together. And I have tons to choose from, so I can make more cards. So just kind of picking and choosing and deciding on my colors here. Okay, I think that's going to work. And then I'm going to try out the silver and the gold, and I think I like the gold. Okay, so now I've glued everything down just using wet glue, and then I'm going to pop my sentiment using some thin foam tape. Lots of shimmer and shine. So I'll make a list of all the supplies that I used with links in the description below. You can do a little shopping and make your own set of thank you notes. Lots of fun. And here's a close-up shot. So I appreciate you watching my video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And thanks for watching.